My name is Benedict Owusu. This is the AM show, and we talk sports. And we are just 3 days away to the start of this year's Africa Cup of Nations in Gabon. And support for the Black Stars is what the players and officials have been preaching. Now, since the Brazil 2014 incident, many Ghanaians have fell off with the team, and many do not care about the Black Stars. And that is evident with a low euphoria in town ahead of this month's competition in Gabon. But the players have been appealing to Ghanaians to support them as they go to Gabon with the aim of ending the country's long wait for the Africa Cup of Nations title. First, we can hear from Deputy Captain Andre Ayew.
We need to just continue what we are doing. I don't think there is much to change. We need the backup from our country men who are playing not for ourselves but for the whole nation and the 30 million Ghanaians in Ghana, and even more with all the Ghanaians in different countries. And all those people are waiting for one thing, that the trophy should come home one day. So we are going to work hard, make sure that we give everything that we can to bring this trophy home.
That was Andre Ayew, and Anderlecht player Frankie Champon will be making his second appearance at the tournament after playing in the last edition in Equatorial Guinea, where Ghana finished as runners-up. Now, the 24-year-old, just as Andre Ayew, has urged Ghanaians to back them.
For me, I think we have been paid because of their money, the taxes they are paying. The only thing they get from us is to make them happy. Maybe in one or two ways we didn't achieve what they want. They can be angry because they are human beings. They have hearts and they are not angels. So we just have to accept it. But I'm just pleading with them to just put all these things aside. And this is a new year, a new tournament. They just have to support us with their prayers. We really need them. So I think by so doing, it will push us forward.
So ex-Black Stars defender Tony Bafo is also preaching for support for the team. And according to the FIFA and CAF match coordinator, football fans should not be critical of Avram Grant's team at this point.
I will always support Ghana, no matter under which circumstances. And you must not forget also, if you look at our tournament record and you go back, we always got at least to the semi-finals. But now we're also in a very tough group. So if we survive the group, then anything is possible. But we have to prepare match per match. We shouldn't think about quarterfinals or semi-finals now, thinking about the first match, and then we take the second match, and then we'll see. But I wish them well, also on behalf of the Professional Footballers Association of Ghana, that the Black Stars, they should go with God, that God should guide and bless them, and inshallah, things shall go on positively.
So that was ex-Ghana footballer Tony Bafo in that interview with my colleague Nathaniel Ato. He was one of the editions of the Joy Sports Africa Cup of Nations Diaries, which returns today on here on TV as well as on radio. Radio tonight, after News Night, you can join us from 7 to 8. We'll have today's edition of the Africa Cup of Nations Diaries. Well, we'll stay here on the local scene, and this time we're not doing the Africa Cup of Nations. We talk about Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Yesterday, they confirmed draft coach Lugarosic as their new manager. Remember, it was Michael Ose who's been acting in that role, and now they have a new manager. That's the draft coach Lugarosic. Well, he's been tasked to win titles for the club, and Jerome Motre, who is the editor for Kumasi Asante Kotoko Express, yesterday joined us here on the Sports Today program and made this comment.
Very simple. 2-year contract within which he must win every competition that Kotoko participates. People have been asking me, what are those competitions? What kind of competitions are we talking about? We know, for instance, we play in the Premier League, we play the FA Cup, we are going to have the Gala. And so these are the 3 main competitions that DRAFCO must ensure that Kotoko win. And apart from that, should there be any competition where the club will participate, he also has the mandate to get us a title.
Now, for your fans, I've seen various reactions from your fans, in the newspaper. Yeah. But winning every competition and every trophy available, isn't that a bit far-fetched?
I think it's realistic because, the mandate that was given to the leader of the club, Dr. Kwame Kyei, was to position Kotoko, at a platform where we can think of doing something in Africa. And my argument, and the argument of some of the supporters have been that if you cannot win the Ghanaian league, which is the case, if you can't win the Ghanaian league, there's no way you can perform in Africa. So this is so realistic. You cannot be Kotoko coach, work 2 years, and be without a title.
So if he finishes runner-up 2 years running, he would have failed.
Of course. I mean, going by what is stated in the contract. But you and I also know that sometimes you can do a proper analysis of the team performance and allow something reasonable. But if we are going by strictly what is stated in the contract, then he must, what is stated in the contract, then he must be able to give us a title in any competition that he participates.
So that was Jerome Ochre, his editor for Kumasi Asante Kotoko Express, in that interview with my colleague Nathaniel Lato yesterday on Sports Today. Well, now we do the English League Cup, and yesterday Manchester United advanced to. They have actually won the first leg of their game. That's against Hull City. Yesterday they defeated them by 2-0. Fellaini and Mata were the goal scorers.
Yet. So
4-3 on aggregate ended there, and Atletico Madrid are through to the next phase. We can check results of matches that were played last night in the Copa del Rey and add fixtures as well. It will be on your screens pretty shortly, so you have an idea of how it all went down yesterday. So there you go on your screens. There you have the Las Palmas Atletico Madrid game, which Las Palmas actually won, but Atletico went through 4-3 on aggregate, and Villarreal as well. Real Sociedad, that's happening tonight. Villarreal Real Sociedad go into that game with a 3-1 advantage, as well as Atletico Bilbao going into their game against Barcelona with a 2-1 advantage from the first leg. And on Thursday, we will have Celta de Vigo, Valencia, as well as Sevilla will come up against Real Madrid. Real Madrid won the first leg 3-0 in a very comfortable lead there going into the second leg, as well as Valencia, they would have to overturn a 4-1 deficit to progress to the next stage of the Copa del Rey. So as I noted in my intro, we are just a few days away to the start of this year's Africa Cup of Nations. The Black Stars still in Dubai preparing. They will leave Dubai for Gabon, and they will be based in Port Gentil on Friday. Yesterday they played an international friendly, a trial game, next one in 2022. So they are looking at from 2026, where we'll have 48 teams instead of the 32, and it will still run within the 32-day schedule period. And FIFA expects to make 5.2 billion euros in this that's next year's tournament, which will be held in Russia, and they are looking at increasing that revenue to 950 million per euros. So that's why they are trying to increase the number from 32 to 48. And as it stands, if I would just go through the number allocated to each confederation or each association. UEFA, you already have 13 with UEFA. CONMEBOL, they have 5, as well as CAF with 5, and CONCACAF 3 with AFC 4, with the other 2 slots dependent on playoffs between CONMEBOL and AFC, and also 1 for OFC. So this time we are looking at probably maybe at least Africa will have significant increase from 5 to, let's say, 10. That's what we are all hoping for, as well as Asia with North America, and we'll see at least 1 automatic qualification place for the OFC. So that's it by way of update as to what happened yesterday during the FIFA Council meeting, when they voted unanimously for the expansion of the World Cup from 32 teams to 48. So that's how we end sports here on the M Show. My name is Benedict O. So you can get to read more of these and other stories on the Manjo Online Sports page, and keep following us on Twitter, Joy Sports GH. This AFCON period, the hashtag, if you want to tweet at us, the hashtag is JoyAFCON, JoyAFCON, and also on Facebook you can do the same. Have a wonderful day.